After years and years of begging from the PvP community, Jagex has finally decided to give us a sliver of a PvP update, which just goes to show how much potential PvP really has. As of right now, the Revenant dungeon has had a massive buff. All of the monsters in the Revenant dungeon have multiplied, the respawn timers are also much faster, and the drop table is significantly better. This means more people are going to be at the Revenant dungeon, and this is now the most active PKing spot in all of the wilderness. Obviously, I'm going to be PKing here with max gear. I'm going to be killing some PKers, some PVMers, and I just kind of want to see what the Rev Caves have to offer since they've been updated. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. One more change Jagex introduced with the new Rev Cave update is something to do with the Amulet of Avarice. If you're using it and you're skulled, all of your Revenant drops will be noted, and if you're not skulled and you're not using the amulet, then they're not. So you're going to be getting like black dragon hides in multiples of 1, rune bars multiples of 1, battle staffs multiples of 1, and if you're skulled and using the amulet, you'll get them noted, so it makes it much easier to stay for longer periods of time and also maintain a healthy amount of food in your inventory. That there is going to be really helpful for PKers as well, because when we find other people in the caves using the amulet, there's a better chance of getting not only more loot, but also they're going to be skulled, so they're risking more, and they're going to be risking the amulet itself, which has skyrocketed to like 1 mil from like 100k or whatever it was. Just like that, 1.6 mil loot. Obviously the dragon and the revenant knight are going to be the best rewarding monsters in the caves, so people are camping these guys like consistently. Also, this guy had the amulet, so that he also is risking an additional 1 mil on top of the loot that he was getting from the revs and everything else that he had on him because he was skulled. So this is going to be some free money. Before I go any further into today's video, I just need to take a quick second to talk to you guys about today's video sponsor, which is Mech Arena. Mech Arena is the first mobile game that I've ever played that really tested my skill and rewarded me for being better than the competition. The rush of good and balanced competitive play is built from the very first play session, and you immediately get the sense of skill that actually matters. If you actually want to play a shooter that you can compete in, win, and get recognition, then you're going to love this. The main reason Mech Arena stands out from the rest is because of its player versus player structure and its competitive nature. This means every battle and every game mode that you play will put you against other players that you can compete against around the world. Every map has a different competitive experience. Whether you like playing in large groups or small groups, there's something for everyone. From 2v2s and 5v5s to death matches and control point clashes, Mech Arena has you covered. Here's a 1v1 where two friends face off in Mech Arena, and as you can tell, skill and accuracy really matters, which really makes this game not only competitive, but it really gives you a sense of accomplishment when you win a battle or you overtake your opponent. On Mech Arena, there are some amazing daily rewards and loads of events happening in game right now, all the way through until the end of the month, where you can get a bunch of awesome weapons, including Mech Arena's new hottest weapon, the disc launcher. On top of that, there are also a ton of special Halloween events to take part in and some extra special Halloween skins to win. Mech Arena is completely free to play on Android and iOS devices right now, and you can use my personal link or the QR code right here to get a Forest digital skin, 200 A coins, and 10,000 credits to help kickstart your gaming experience. Plus, if you're quick, you can add me as a friend, and maybe we can play some matches together sometime. So don't wait around, download Mech Arena today, and let's get into it. Alright, here we go. We found another guy skulled up with an Amulet of Avarice, and he's got a crossbow. He's definitely got a big bag of loot. Another 1.5 mil. This is literally like playing whack-a-mole. Every single rev trainer has 1 mil plus. While I was PKing up here, I noticed an abundance of Zerkers, mid-levels, and peers also PKing in the deep parts of the rev cave, so I decided to bring my Zerker up here and start feasting on those guys as well. A lot of them were in teams or small groups, but since it's single plus and you can't PJ, this is super optimal for someone like me who's just going in for a quick kill. I really thought that I was going to lose this kill. He hit the freeze on me and he ended up trying to hug me around the wall, but he messed up and did it wrong. I ended up getting one last hit on him, which was all I needed to finish off the kill since he wasn't going to be able to make it down to level 30. Checking that inventory, he actually had a little bit of food left, so he definitely messed up, but we got some pretty good loot off him, about 10 mil. His friend tried to PJ me, but I got away, and yeah, that's some free money. If you're a good solo PKer, you can definitely make money in these rev caves. That's another 3.2 mil. We got some brimstone boots, we got a brimstone ring, and even a ballista. Not sure what this guy was doing with all that risk, but Rev Caves is proven undefeated. Once again, free money. All right, we've killed quite a few PVMers, and honestly, the loot's really good. Everyone has like 1 to 2 mil, and there's so many PVMers out right now, so it's really, really profitable. In just a couple days down here, I've already PK'd over 200 mil, and of course, I'm now going to try and focus on killing some PKers. Came across this guy here, who's the first person I found in the Rev Caves in Max, and of course, I had to jump on him. He was risking way too much to just let walk around freely. Yes, let's go. That's our first max set of the new Rev Cave update. And as you guys could see, I got a perfect sneaky claw. Right as I pot tricked him, I got a huge spec right on his robes, and we took him out the game for about 30 mil. Also, when I was comboing him with range, I knew right away that he would be mass brewing, and then I could get a perfect chance to get a full TB when his mage level was lowered. Obviously, that means you're going to be hitting more accurately, and it worked out perfectly. We ended up getting a really nice kill. The way that this guy could have gotten away is if he just froze me and hugged me around the wall. I most likely wouldn't have been able to get him because I didn't have mithril seeds, but I think he panicked, ran away, and, well, the predator hunted the prey. Decided to switch on to ancient spellbook for this fight here. The regular spellbook is nice and all, but having to camp a tome of fire and not really having much defense bonus on your tank gear is a combination for disaster when obviously PKing in high risk. So I switched over to ancients, that way I could actually camp some tank shields, and this is the first guy I found, also in some pretty solid risk. Let's see what happens. We're in about 38 wilderness, so no one's getting away very easily. If you take a look at my spec bar, I regenerated from 40 to 50% at the exact second that I spec'd with the Dragon Claws, making it possible and also giving me tick perfect timing in order to get that kill. We had a massive hit and we got about 20 mil loot. It's kind of sad how much all these items are worth now. This used to be like a 30 to 40 mil kill. What are the odds of that? Right as I get the finishing blow to kill this guy, he ends up losing his skull. I feel like if you're in combat, you shouldn't be able to lose your skull. Like, as long as you're fighting someone and you're skulled when the fight starts, you just shouldn't be able to lose your skull. That timer should only tick down when you're out of combat. Design flaw that's been in the game since 2001. What can you do? This was actually a weird clip. I didn't trust this guy to drop his salve at me because obviously you need to be out of combat for 10 seconds, and instead of dropping it, he could just log out. But I realized after that he was an iron. Usually I wouldn't care at all, but I had a soft spot for him. I left all this stuff on the ground. He ended up running back, picking up everything, getting everything, saying thank you, and logging out. I guess he didn't trust me to not kill him a second time. When I came back to the cave, I ended up finding this guy here skulled up with not only a crossbow, not only an Amulet of Avarice, but he even had a bulwark on him. Obviously, the bulwark has gone up, the Avarice Amulet has gone up, so this guy's risking quite a bit. He's definitely trying to make sure that he can escape, and he's probably staying here for long periods of time since he has the Amulet of Avarice. So obviously, this is going to be a pretty big kill. However, this method does not work against the gear that I'm using. Full crystal with the bow is just way too much DPS, and hardly anybody is actually ballsy enough to PK in this setup. As you guys can see, my risk is insane. Even if I protect the Ellie, I'm still risking upwards of about 400 to 500 mil, and on top of that, my defense bonuses are extremely low. They're about as same as Rune. So most people in this gear will die, and also most people don't know how to tank teams. So when a team comes, if you're PKing in this, you're most likely not going to make it. However, you know me, I don't really worry about teams, so I can PK in this, and in return, I can kill people like this guy. Now that is some seriously good loot. Getting upwards of 12 mil from a PVMer is seriously unheard of. Most people only come with 3, maybe 4 items and bank every time they profit 4 to 500k. So to see somebody actually utilizing this update and trying to use the risk over reward mechanic to their advantage and actually being ballsy enough to bring some risk to the wilderness is what the wilderness is all about, and it's also what the Rev Cave update is all about. Honestly, he probably just didn't think he was going to run into somebody using my gear. As you can see, the DPS was just crazy. But honestly, kudos to this guy for bringing that type of risk to the wilderness. Something I can't say for 99.9% of the game. And alrighty guys, we're going to load up the comments from the last video, and one of you guys is going to win a pair of Dragon Claws. I just posted the other day, so there's not as many comments as usual. We have 274, so let's see who is the winner. Someone by the name of Pimp My Iron. He says, Jude is my main, didn't notice you were fighting me, this other guy was on top of you. Oh, this is the guy that I killed for Max in that last video. Oh, I kind of feel bad though. Look at him. He has like the little Pepe. It's all sad and stuff. Man, RIP. Man, at least he provided me good content, I guess. And he won his... Wow. Damn. I killed this guy for like 30 mil, and because I killed him in the video, he ended up winning Dragon Claws back. So he actually profited from dying. Wow, that's actually crazy. Wow, okay. Message me, Judah. I got claws for you. And that is it for the video today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, can you guys do me a favor and go and check out my last video? For some reason, it doesn't look like YouTube pushed that video at all. Usually, I get way more views in the first 2 days. And honestly, this is like the type of views I was getting when I first started on YouTube, so I don't know what's going on over there. But if you guys did enjoy it, once again, go and check that video out. The link will be in the description. So many people were telling me it wasn't appearing in their sub box and stuff, and if you're one of those people, maybe you missed it. Honestly, though, there was so many good kills, and I know that you guys really would have enjoyed it. So go and check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.